Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about market signage. We're going to be working on QR codes to get people to follow you on Instagram, and we have price tags, all done with lasers, super simple, and you can just use offcuts, which is pretty good. What's even better about this is once you've got them on your stall at your market, you're going to get other vendors coming up to you and being like, "Oh my God, wow, how did you do that? That's so cool." We know it's simple, but they don't, and we can sell it to them. So let's get into it. So first things first, we're just going to clean up the edges on this block, get it ready, and then I'm going to take it over to the CNC and flatten it. Now I know that seems a bit excessive. You can flatten it however you want, whether that's hand planes, you've got a planer thicknesser, but yeah, we're just getting a nice simple square rectangular shape, and that will be the starting point. And then we can just sand it down, round over the edges, and engrave it. Okay, let's go. So that's all squared up now. We can round over the edges, and then we are going to sand it, and it'll be ready for laser engraving it, and then we'll just put a bit of finish on it, and it'll look really nice. So let's get on with it. Cool. That just smoothens out the edges, makes it look a little nicer. Okay, so the piece is all ready. We're about to laser it, but first you need to kind of mark out where all of your text is going to go and the QR code. So my Laser Pecker 2 here, I know, funny name, only does a 10 by 10 area for lasering. I do have a bigger one at home that I could do this all in one go, and I'm sure some of you do as well. But this is just what I keep in the shop because it's portable, so I can move it around, and I'm never doing large engravings really, other than this one. But I can just break it down into like 2 or 3 bits. So easy peasy really. So I like to give myself a little bit of a border to work within, so I'm going to go with 10 mil, which works out to be something in freedom units, so you can work that out yourself. But I always think that works better, and I just mark it very lightly with some calipers. I think you can probably see this, or at least I hope you can. Nah, if not, you get it. You understand it. Leave you to soak for a little while, pal. So I've been putting the video together for the last couple of days, and I realised you don't have a way to make QR codes, or actually QR codes as a sign. So what I've done for you is this. I've coded together a QR code sign maker. So you can literally type in the URL of your where you want the QR code to take you, and it automatically does it. You can build out the sign to be as big as you like and enter the text that you want at the top. And it spits it out as an SVG, a DXF, or a PDF. I've got PNG in there at the moment. Might get rid of that. Not sure it's really necessary. But either way, you have what you need. Cool. Right. Bye. Okay, so whilst the QR code is having a little swim at the moment in the old mineral oil, let's get on to the price tags. So, like these. Now, you can notice I have a change of clothes going on. It's because it's the next day. I was waiting for confirmation from Rose and Herb, and basically on what they exactly wanted. So font-wise, size-wise, and so what we're going with is a Century Gothic font. But we're not going as big as this little rascal. We're actually going a third of this, so they're going to be like really small strips, which I'd never thought of doing before. I always quite like them quite big, but I'm totally happy to do it and give it a go. So let's crack on. Cool. Anyway, actually, let's talk about this version though. They are 75 by 40 centimeters, so 3 inches by just under 2, 4/5 of an inch. Yeah, whatever your freedom units are. So yeah, we're going to convert this little chunk of oak and cut it up into pieces, and we'll get on with it. Okay. Okay, so we have some pretty gnarly saw marks here. We need to sand those out first. And it's easier to do it when the pieces are this big than when they are this big, just because you can't get a good grip on them. Okay, so let's get on that, and then we'll jump over to the bandsaw. Okay, let's quickly get this to the right-ish width. And I need, here we go, we'll just use one of the old ones to get the right distance. Bingo. Right, let's just start cutting. Doodly-doo. Right, now for the boring task of just cleaning up the edges. You can see here that the bandsaw just ripped through. I need to get a new blade for that thing. It's part of the reason why I didn't actually cut the full shape of each of these cards out with the bandsaw, because it's flexing at the moment. It's an old blade and I just really need to replace it. Anyway, let's crack on. And I'm probably just not going to film the majority of this because it is boring as all hell to watch someone sand. I'm nearly there. Oh God. Woo! Okay, so we've got to finish these now. This is how I basically finish very small items. I have a little chicken wire sort of scoop I make, and I just plonk them all in, and then I will take you over to the dunk tank and you will see exactly how they work, and I'm pretty certain you've already worked it out because you're not thick. They just come in and submerge, give it a little shaky. They're all covered. And then you can chuck them out into that. And it is that simple. So that is how we make the price tags and the QR codes. They're a really simple way just to tidy up your stall and make it look a little bit more professional. Now, if you are buying in the lumber to make these, factor that into your pricing along with your engraving time and your cut time and all of that jazz. And if you're using offcuts, obviously you don't need to charge as much. Or you can charge the same, I suppose, and make more profit. Whatever. How you do pricing is how you do your pricing. I'm not going to tell you what to do. All I know is that other vendors love these and you are going to end up making these for other people. No question about that. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen today, like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, bye.